that time again. It's 2v2 hoops in time, maybe for the last time this month. We've got Enforcer and Patrick versus Danny and Darky. Right out of the gates already. An absolute fire match. As Danny's gonna show us attempt there. Looked like it was gonna be dangerous as Patrick just jumps straight into the line of fire, trying to block that with his hitbox, and he got it. That might show that the players are in each other's heads, just because there's only a handful of lines that are possible. That's why it's so important to mix things up. But Darky's gonna retreat here. Uh-oh. Danny has to backflip out of an engagement because he wasn't sure if Darky wanted to take that. He did show that he was retreating at first. Good communication can be everything here. That's a great start here from Darky, lobbing it up over Enforcer. Just taking the ceiling shot, though, should be easy enough for Patrick to disperse. The follow-up shot from Danny could be absolutely lethal. Patrick's got one touch. It's still up, and he's got one more to keep things safe. Dropping things down to Enforcer. He's going to take off with the dribble, flipping into it, and it bounces off the front of the rim. It looked like a great opportunity if that bounced any further in, and there was going to be danger. Patrick was struggling, but the follow-up shot not going to be nearly good enough. This is the quarterfinals here, starting us off in the tournament. Just 7 teams tonight. Danny lines up the shot and makes it. Sniping that corner. That's something I've really admired about Danny recently, is it doesn't have a lot of fluff when it comes to these dribble plays. He certainly can do them. We've seen reset dribble plays, but his most success is with shots like this, just lining up these really, really hard to pinpoint shots. But if you get it, it's guaranteed. Just being able to see the battlefield unfold and make a snap judgment call is so valuable. It's going to give the drky Gaming the first blood. Nearly a follow-up goal there for Enforcer and Patrick. Enforcer's going to drop this one. It is going to bounce dangerously. Love the reset made off of the rim to keep the recovery going. That's going to let him get back just a hair faster. And here he goes. But it's Patrick instead trying to make the shot happen, so Enforcer now out of position, has to turn back. Has just enough boost maybe to make a shot out of it, but he forces the 50. Now it's to Patrick with a full tank. Can't get it over Daniel. Refill on boost, lobs it up, takes a shot, it's just off. Arim is a powerful defender. Sometimes, though, it makes things extra messy on defense. Oh, he barely gets a tap on that. That is so close to being a wicked shot. Patrick knew that it was heading straight for the rim, and he tried to compensate for it, but barely couldn't get his car whipped around in time, and that's going to be a very close shot. Those are super deadly against a backboard defender, but you do have to wait for the ball to roll up. That was very nearly perfectly executed. You're the most bot name of all time. That will be a banning. We've got... Nope, Patrick just retreats. Thought for sure he'd want a piece of that. Enforcer slams it off the sidewall. He wants to get it from the backboard, but it's not easy to make those angles work. You have to wonder if there's some sort of double touch that has to be possible there. I always recognize that I need to make the double touch long after I've lost the opportunity to do it. That demo, it's not going to open a whole lot. The last defender there, Darky, loads a boost. Uh-oh, oh, what a play here. Darky zips forward, and Danny sets the perfect pass up to him. That is absurd. Enforcer is right there the whole time, just loses a bit of speed that he can't recover because he has no boost. That's an excellently fast play. 2 minutes. With drky Gaming up 2 goals. Is there drops? Not that I know of. As far as I know, drops are only available on the official Rocket League channel, and I think anyone else telling you otherwise might be misleading. Patrick, I think you have to be officially recognized by Psyonix, and they officially recognize us as the stepchild they wish they never had. That's dark. Yeah, this is not. This is ranked hoops. I guess I should clarify what we do here. Maybe that'll answer some questions. But back when hoops was unranked, we're like, hey, we could make hoops a ranked mode because we think that would be really fun and maybe be better served if it was more competitive. And years later, Psyonix did the same thing. So we were first. And all the other extra modes, you're welcome. We've got just a minute to go. Darky back passes to Danny. Oh, no touch there from Enforcer. Patrick just bails. He thinks Enforcer's got a good piece on this, and I have to wonder if it was actually Enforcer making the mistake. Maybe it was just the positioning. The rim is right in the way, and I think that's the entirety of the engagement. Enforcer trying to roll up the backboard right when he doesn't have the time to do it. It's going to lob over to the corner. Patrick. Oh, Danny takes out one, so that should make the defense a little bit easier. Enforcer will respawn and rush over to the corner that has no tank. He is able to be useful there with no boost. And Patrick reconfigures, holding down the corner. They really have no time. Just 30 seconds here to make 3 goals. It's very unlikely, especially with the incredible defense being made by drky Gaming. Really never showing any signs of weakness. There have been lots of attacks from Patrick and Enforcer straight down the middle. So not really utilizing the sidewalls, the backboard. Just dangerous shots aimed straight ahead. And the defense for blue team is having really no trouble defending those. So game 1 goes to the blue team, drky Gaming. He's got a comma in his name. Wonder where that came from. He didn't want a full stop. He just wanted a pause. For game 2, we head to the dunk house. No shenanigans on the first tip-off. Looks like Patrick has switched to an Octane. A little bit uncharacteristic. Does drky have this? If he's got it, it's guaranteed! Holy smokes, this is a player who's really mechanical. So fun to watch him. Doesn't even flip. He knows he's got loads of time. But an excellent, excellent double tap. Those are not easy to come by. We're going to have the friendship. Uh-oh, it falls apart here. This Patrick's going to have one touch. Enforcer misses it, though, so the counterattack might be incoming. The demo, though, will shut things down, giving Patrick the boost simultaneously. So now the counterattack. Patrick up the wall. A little bit slow. Ooh, gets the touch, but it's blocked by the rim. Really close. So Patrick refills. Nope, he's beat to it. It goes long distance all the way across to the corner. The shot going to be way low, but a double rim bonk here by the blue team leaves them vulnerable still. Danny with no boost gets the save, but the boost situation is looking really dire as Enforcer lobs it up to the ceiling. A tap back out center. And the player with boost on blue team has to 50 it. Needs to stretch to get this. I think that is possible, but he has to go back down to the ground. So just an unfortunate 50 here. Yeah, he's got a lot more time, right, if he dips down. He has to pinch it against the rim, I think. But that is a shorter line to get to the ball. Hard to recognize and make a snap judgment like that. That does give Patrick and Enforcer their first goal. And it drops right down to Patrick. He lets it go past him so he can claim the full boost. Keeping it away from the other team. It's got to be worth something. Patrick wants 2, but misses it. I think he might have landed on the rim. It's hard to tell. That the net and the rim obscures a lot more than any players care to admit, I think. I think that's where we see the most blunders being made, is like when you don't have a clear vision of the shot, even though you're supposed to, because the rim or the net obscures things. It can hide an entire car behind it. Just at the right angle. That's just over. Forcer pushes out the sidewall. Oh, sorry, Patrick. He's got the ball all to himself, goes for the reset. He's past both players. A double jump, double commit is not the play now. Danny's jump there kind of seems desperate. But he either wants drky to go in after it soon, or he wants to take it. But both players, in a snap judgment, choose the same exact outcome. Enforcer and Patrick now up just a single goal. It feels like that's where they're at almost all the time. In all of their matches. They're like, they get up a single goal and it just hangs there for a while until until something happens at the end of the game. Either they win or their opponents do. I guess that's not that profound, huh? That's the most John Madden quote I've ever said, I think. The goal is to score more points than your opponents. And it's going to go to Danny here with 7 boosts in the tank. That's just nothing. There's nothing he can do. Force a 50, I guess. That seems to be the golden rule if you've gotten no boost whatsoever. Sit behind the ball and let your opponent hit the ball into you. That will buy you some time to collect some boost. Danny dribbling things around on the wall, cannot catch up to it. Oh, kind of a team double commit there by blue team. Danny will be back in time. Oh, Darky does get the boost, but he has to double back for it. The shot, though, goes right off the rim, and Darky's here again. We've seen this before. That one's a much trickier angle, though. Enforcer with the shot. It's going to be on target. Saved away by Danny at the goal line. Shot for Patrick is low, but these center of the court attacks. Oh, he barely gets there. Remember, he had no boost, so he had to keep that momentum going. No way! The second 50 does him in. Darky lifts it straight upward. It goes to the ceiling. Off of Enforcer's car. Off of the rim, even, to make things extra spicy. 2-2 with 2:02 on the clock. Is Daniel from RHL? Yes, sir. He is a big fan of all the game modes, and that is why we've got this big tournament next week you're going to want to stay tuned for. We're calling it the Chaos Cup. It is all extra game modes. It's going to be a wild ride. I think it's going to be on Saturday. I need a clarification of the setup there. It's not enough. So, certainly the registration at the moment is going to end next Saturday. So if you want to participate in that, make sure you are tuned in. Really, any of the extra game mode communities are going to post that announcement. So if you're a member of any of those, it'll take you to the same place. But you're more than welcome to join us at Ranked Hoops. I can put that Discord in the channel if you want to follow along with that news. Let's go, drky Gaming. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a Saturday and Sunday event. I forgot that it was 2-day. It's kind of sad that I actually knew that, but totally blanked my mind. Straight shot up here to the backboard. Patrick gonna chase this, looking for the double. Nope. Doesn't get much, just a 50. Burns a lot of boost for it, though, so he'll have to rotate back. Enforcer gets a massive 50 win, though. He's trying to push this back. He gets another touch. Keeping the ball kind of pinned on blue half. Giving the ball right back to Enforcer after a violent 50. Enforcer going to chase this. Not much he can do, though. Setting Patrick up, but not a very favorable attack. What? The double tap here. Forcing defensive intervention. And it pops straight upward. It looks like Enforcer's going to get here first, just by a hair. Then Danny gets to the next engagement. Ooh, no read there from Danny. Instead, it's going to be a 2v1 here momentarily. Patrick lifts it up right to the rim. No bump, though. So the attack will subside. Darky defending excellently. His position was everything. The pinch. Going right off the front of the net. We might have overtime in game 2. It would be a pretty huge deal for Patrick and Enforcer. They lose the next goal. Getting knocked down to the lower bracket so early on. It's still up. Darky maybe unexpectedly keeping the ball lifted. Enforcer just barely drops that one. We go to overtime in game 2. It lifts all the way to the corner. Who reads it first? I don't think Darky's got it. It's off the ceiling. Is it in? It barely goes in. We go to game 3. That was so hard to tell if that was going to bounce out because you can see Danny kind of lumbering backwards. Gets the boost. There's just no way he could get there in time. But I do think him taking that corner boost might have been the greedy line if that did bounce up. But maybe he knew better than me. Ian with the 43 months. Thank you for the prime. Nice. Got the Wikipedia page for Josh. I forgot. I was literally in a call with you. We got a public page now. How do I permit you? Is that permit Josh RL1? Does that work? Okay, try that now. Yo, Nico, how's it going? Did you get to see the tournament yesterday at all, Nico? Yeah, it's Deja Vu. Shout outs to that guy that fixed the time paradox. That let us do tournaments on Sundays again. What the? Still didn't let you do it. Is it possible to DM me? It might not be. Ian might have to do it. You're packing a U-Haul for 12 hours. Are you moving or is it someone else? Or is it related to something else, I guess? I mean, you could pack a U-Haul for any number of reasons. Starting an ice cream truck business? I don't know. Chance here for a shot. Swatted away. No boost there for Danny, but maybe with some chain wave dashes, he could have got there sooner. These players always got to be thinking about that, like, how could I improve? What is the next step there that gets me the most goals? Enforcer's gonna snipe the corner here from the pass from Patrick in the midcourt. Patrick having that ball bounce, slams it sideways. Look how much difference that makes. The ball is so far outside of drky's zone of control. Enforcer just has the snipe. Maybe the desperate dive in front of the ball might have been the wrong move, but we know for sure that Danny was not going to get back in time to block that. Patrick tries to go for the bump. We got the 1-0 lead for Enforcer and Patrick, as is customary. Danny goes for the pinch. Those very rarely work, but when they do, it is so hard to stop. It just requires the perfect location of the ball up the net. And there's another pinch. Acting in a very similar way. Patrick's going to have the shot. No boost, really, to follow up on that. So that's probably the right move, but it does give the ball over to the blue team that is going to make up some passing play. Trying to use the back wall. Enforcer will swat that away, giving it to Patrick. Off the ceiling. There's no way. It's just outside. To Danny. Pass down. A pre-jump from drky. Can't quite get there. He was expecting more height, I imagine. Enforcer's going to have a load of boost to deal with this. He gets past one, but Danny's here to try to stop it. Indeed, he'll put an immediate stop to it, but Patrick launches it to the ceiling with a 50. Enforcer just kind of being a menace in the corner. Comfortable to keep things locked down here. Back over to Patrick. He does get the touch first, but he has to put too much speed on it. So it's Enforcer again with a shot. The defense this time is able to get huge distance. Send it on Discord? Okay. I will go and try to check that out. Was it to the right, Rolf? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. I got it. Twitch asking for verification. No worries. It's over to the corner. I'll post that. I'll talk about it a little bit in between games here, in between series. That's when I'll post the link. Give chat a time to look at it. Danny's going to have a goal from where? What happened? Was that an own goal? Here's the shot. Oh, it's off the rim. I don't know how I missed that. He gets demoed and then respawns and the camera kind of freaked out. Oh, nice. Ian's got it. 1-1 at the halfway mark. It's lobbed upward. A chase here. Deep into enemy territory for Enforcer. He wants to back pass this to Patrick. It's kind of too far to the side, though. Patrick doesn't want it. So Danny will take control, but what can you really do here in the corner? That might be a double commit by the defense. It could be a 2v1 situation. drky does get the full boost and excellently taps that to the side, keeping it away from the net. Gives him an attacking opportunity. Ooh, the bump. Gonna keep things pinned here into the corner just temporarily. I think Danny, though, in trying to lift that up, it's given the ball right to Patrick. Something always got to be aware of. Oh, Patrick's got a second one, but it will get saved away by the backboard or backboard defense. Oh, no touch there. Yeah, something you always got to be worried about is you have to expect a player to be defending on the backboard, and the last thing you want to do is to give the ball right to them in a way that they can dribble it away. Some very light kind of shot. Something they can deflect away and maybe turn it into an attacking opportunity or a pass or something like that. Wow. Patrick just kind of ferries that one in. Just a couple of touches here on a dwindling amount of boost, so tap one. Nope, that's it. He just stayed behind it. Danny with a misread. Oh, nice. Okay. We've got Chaos Cup. Yeah, it should be really good, that event. But it's going to tap over to the side. Enforcer blocked away. Patrick deflected by Danny. That is a blue trail. But it's the straight up dribble now. He's up over Danny. He's on the back wall with the ball. Past Patrick, but it's off the rim. Should be plenty of time here for the defense to recover. But with what boost? drky will refill. Oh, no. Oh, it happens to everyone. That very painful bonking sound. Well, what looked like very swift drky gaming victory very quickly turned around. Patrick and Enforcer now the favorites to win this. Now with a friendship, too. That's something that the blue team has kind of struggled with. It's going to go off the side. Here's the shot. Bang! Heck of a pinch there. Off the rim, launches that all the way across. You certainly can't expect those to happen, but when they do happen, it's A nice bit of serenity, allowing you to get some boost. Patrick with the double touch miss gives it to Enforcer. And it will pop up. Enforcer just the weak kind of shot, but that same thing I was kind of mentioning. Danny can turn that right around into a passing play. That could have been very dangerous for the orange team, but the direct shot here from Patrick, he barely gets to the ball inches in front of the retreating defender. So Danny is maybe too far forward with that boost. Somehow, it's still shocking to me that Patrick got there first. Danny, I think his intention there was to go for some sort of block, but if he just tapped it instead, I think he would have been safe. I think he should have been faster than that, and the friendship tip-off out of desperation is going to fail. 5-1 now. Enforcer and Patrick pull together such a sizable lead. That's how it's done. Very, very pristine side flip there to get the shot in. "30 seconds is just not enough time to make the 4-goal comeback. I guess it means we can spend some time talking about the Chaos Cup. It's going to be kind of a rotating game modes of a tournament. That at first you're going to be playing best of 5s. That's assuming there are enough players in. And the best of 5 is literally one of each game mode against the opposing team. And then later on, the teams will get whittled down. And rather than playing best of 5s, they'll be playing best of 3s of just a specific game mode. 5 rounds of that. And if you do all that, you'll qualify to the next day, where there'll be even more best of 5s, I think. If I remember right, the format is more best of 5s in the final day. The best at all game modes, the avatar of Rocket League, will be the winner.